Go to my channel, live. If I need to go to nice. How's everyone doing tonight? We're just starting. Only a couple people here. All right, let's get this workout going. It's cold. You guys are in the chat. Just let me know if you hear me. I'll just start talking, rehabbing this shoulder. I guess this is the end of week 3. Feeling a lot better. I think it's like, honestly, it's like 90% right now. I barely feel it unless I'm like in a weird angle or I stay somewhere too long. But I'm gonna do the same rehab thing I did the last time I was live, which is dead hangs. I'm essentially just trying to open up the space here. I have noticed my grips are like more fatigued since I have to hang every day essentially. But I think over time that's going to be pretty cool to see my grip strength increase from all these hangs. Yeah, it's feeling great. What's up, guys? Looks like 5 people in the chat. How's it going? Going through my nightly workout in the cold right now, but rehabbing my shoulder in week 3. I wonder if this is making too much noise. That's fine. Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Move this around. What's up, Tony? Hey, how are you? I'm doing all right. My kids have been kind of fussy the last few days. I've been staying up too late working on some websites and stuff. And sometimes it works in your favor where the kid decides to sleep in. And these nights, he has not. So just slowly recovering and staying hydrated so I don't feel super tired during the day. How about yourself, Tony? How's it going? 17 people watching live right now. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? It is cold here in Dallas, Texas. What's up, guys? 24 people in the live. I'm working out, and also if you have any questions about martial arts or anything, shoot them my way. And if I see it, I will try to answer them. Suitcase deadlifts, those are great. There's this Russian bend that I do, are these side bends? But I might mess with some deadlifts tonight. We'll see. I guess if you guys have requests for me for workouts, I can try to do them on camera and not embarrass myself. 32 people in the live chat. What's up, guys? I'm assuming it's most subscribers. That's how this works. But if you guys are new, I am Karate Breakdown. Trying to bring back practical karate. Part of that is learning how to get physically fit and be strong for martial arts. Nice, Tony. Just came back from the dojo. What you guys train today? What is up, Morzonic? Let me know if this mic is moving around too much. It sounds weird. My kid's super clingy. I have a 1.5-year-old, so if I try to put him down, he just starts stretching out my shirt, as you guys can see. I have a business idea to make like a non-stretchable collar, a shirt line with a non-stretchable collar. And I'll be the only one that buys it. Nice. Advanced Nahachi for Nahachi Nidan. I just released a video on Nahachi Nidan, I guess last week, a couple weeks ago. I really love the Nahachi katas as most karatekas do. There's such a gold mine of techniques in the Nahachi katas. And everyone says, of course, like the clinch techniques, as you see, the sweeps and the elbows and stuff like that. And it's true, those are all in there. People don't know karate has elbows and knees and throws and grappling, but it takes a good instructor, it takes pressure testing, it takes training the right things to make those come out. But the katas show those movements. You just have to be able to see them and train them correctly. Nice, got 50 people in the watching me work out. You guys don't know. 63 people watching, nice. I am working out as I do every night, and I figured why not just live stream it to the channel as I work out too, and answer some questions as you guys listen to me catch my breath between workouts and between sets. So hopefully everyone's doing good tonight. Hopefully you guys are staying warm in the cold parts of the world. I think it's below freezing right now outside. This room is not insulated, so I am definitely feeling that weather right now. So this is a good sign for you guys who don't know. I've been rehabbing this left shoulder for 3 weeks now, and I've been laying off of these assisted dips since then, but I'm a little warm, which is good. But being able to do this right now means my shoulder's in a much better shape than it was even 2 weeks ago. So definitely happy about that. Do you wipe or let it crust? Man, if that's a question that I don't think it is, that's a weird question to use. And also, I don't think that's karate related, so I'm not going to answer that. I'm curious if shadow boxing is getting more people onto the live stream right now. I want to do a video on how to visualize when you shadow box with kata. I think that's something that's a lot of beginners have trouble with, you know? Because if you watch a boxer shadow box, they're not just doing combinations, right? Sometimes they're doing that for cardio, but a lot of times, like, they're working their footwork, they're working their feints, working their head movements, and you could really tell they have like an image of their opponent in front of them. But when you look at like inexperienced people shadow box, or a lot of karate guys shadow box, they're kind of just doing stuff in the air. They don't really have a target. If they're looking at a mirror, they have a target, but a lot of times you take the time to just even rep out one attack over and over again. Like somebody's throwing a punch at me here at my gut, and I move out of the way, right? And you start doing your kata movements to that. Even just repping that out over time, as you rep out all the different techniques that can come against you, then your shadow box looks a little more natural. But like if I just think about a straight punch here, like you have all these things that you can kind of visualize, right? But that looks a lot, and that's more energy taxing because it feels more real than just like punch, punch, kick, punch type of thing, you know? So there's things to keep in mind, but I'll make a full-on video about that. Do I study Kunishi Sai no kata? So we did Sai katas. Um, I did Kobudo when I was part of the Shorinkan organization, and I think they did take some traditional Kobudo katas, but a lot of them were also derived or created by Nagasato, the founder. So I think he had some historical ones, but also like all our katas were named like Sai 1, Sai 2, Tonfa 1, Tonfa 2, etc. So I don't know that specific one by name, but I'm sure if I see it, if I look it up again after this live stream, then I probably would recognize it. Yeah. So this is like a traditional chiishi, which is kind of like a mace, a god of mace that you see in like Indian wrestling, but it's a good way to one, work on your core, two, work on your torque, uh, and then I use it kind of like a traditional mace where I kind of do swings with it. That helps my shoulder. Uh, and then you could do, if you have a heavy one, which I'll pull out real quick, you could do a lot of two-handed ones, and they'll work your lats here. They'll work your core, work your shoulders, and everything like that. Amari Seisan, I have. I did I was part of Matsubayashi Shonryu before I went to Kobayashi, but they did have a version of Seisan that's similar to that. I'm gonna take this. This one's kind of a big one. I haven't worked on this one in a week or so, but I forgot what it weighs. I have a scale over there, but I don't want to go over there right now. It's about like 30 pounds or so. That feels good. What's up, guys? 45 people in the chat. Do you guys have any questions for me? Karate related or martial arts related, let me know. Post it in the chat. This one's. Hey, Levi, what other channels y'all watch? Have you seen the Catch as Catch Can guys? I can't think of his name. Catch Wrestling. I know, shoot, no, I can't think of his name. The big dude with the beard. He used to be a UFC fighter. He's a real big proponent for catch in the US. Shoot, I forgot his name. Is that a UCLA? Man. Now I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not sure, Levi. But honestly, I don't watch a lot of other martial arts channels as much. I see clips here and there. I definitely see a lot of clips on like Instagram and stuff, but there aren't like channels that I follow as much nowadays. What do you use to relieve hands after martial art training? Nothing. I know a lot of people do like the Dit Da Jiao and all those things, but I usually just rest my hands. I do a lot of like stretches, like opening your palm. Also, I'm a guitar player, so I also do a lot of stretches for the fingers too. That also helps kind of alleviate a lot of the tension after heavy impact. Man, that dude's name's like right on the tip of my tongue. Josh Barnett. Yeah, he's been on Rogan a couple times too. I don't know if he's out of UCLA. I don't know if we're talking about the same dude, but I used to watch a lot of Josh Barnett stuff when he was trying to bring catch back in the US and make it more popular. I enjoy catch. I love the techniques. I love the flow, like submission flows. And then the fact that you don't need to necessarily pin somebody, in jiu-jitsu is always position before submission. Whereas catch is like, if it's there, I'm gonna crank it. The only argument that I heard, and I don't really have a good rebuttal for this, is like if catch was so effective, why aren't there, catch people winning jiu-jitsu tournaments or catch people in the UFC? And that's like, I understand that argument, but that's also like, it's, I know it's an old sport, but it's new in its revival. So maybe not in this generation, but maybe a few more generations of students, and you will see some more catch wrestlers in combat sports. But right now, it's like it's in its infancy and its revival, so you can't really blame them for not having a lot of people using it. I know in Japan, catch went over there and kind of turned into shuto, and that was big in like 90s, early 2000s. That's kind of gone down too. Yeah, my bad, Levi. I don't think we're thinking of the same person. I would say, what's his name? Eric Paulson was kind of a catch guy, but he's also like full on mixed martial artist. Hey Frank, what's up, man? Family martial artist or just solo endeavor? I am just a solo obsessed martial artist. So the story goes is my whole family signed up for kung fu when I was 5. My brother, I have an older brother, my parents and myself. I guess I was 4, and then they got bored of it, and then I never did. So I haven't stopped. So kudos to them for continuing to support my interests. But yeah, it's just me. Dan Severin. Yeah, Mark Coleman. You guys are naming like early UFC Pride era days. I enjoyed all that. It was a little bit before my time. Kazushi Sakuraba, which is funny, is I knew of him as the Gracie Hunter, the Gracie Killer. Um, then I went on and became a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt. But Sakuraba was a hero of mine back in middle school. Tom Aspinall. Is he a catch guy? Man, I hope he gets that fight. He's I never seen a heavyweight move as quickly as he does. I wish him the best. I'm probably just gonna stop this at like half an hour, but it seems like there's a lot of people on this chat. You guys are doing well. You guys are, I guess I'll just have to say this. You guys are new here. I'm Michael from Karate Breakdown, trying to bring back practical karate. I work out every night, and I figured I would start live streaming it because I'm here anyways. So why not just chat with some people online? So watching me work out, and if you have any questions about karate, just let me know. Also wonder if I need to do like, I don't want to make it super official too. I'm trying this vertical thing. I have a lapel mic. I don't want to do like scheduled events and be on the hook for it every week either. So these are just going to be random whenever I have the energy to set everything up, I guess. Did I demo any kata applications? Do you mind clarifying that, Frank? Um, if you check out my channel, I have tons of demos on kata applications. If you check out my old channel, Karate Culture, me and my buddy Aaron, we demo a lot of karate applications as well. And that's kind of what my channel is about, right? So just finding applications or bunkai to the movements you see in kata and relating them back to um, what I could find online. And usually, what I find online are styles that are doing it with real pressure testing. So a lot of times it's mixed martial arts, MMA, UFC fights. A lot of times it can be Muay Thai or boxing. Um, I get some comments about why don't you show a karate kata, but you don't show a karate person doing it. If I had a training partner, I would definitely show it. But also, 99% of karate dojos aren't doing it that way. I'm kind of here to bring back that idea that karate has all these things, and it's an uphill battle for sure. It's not the fact that this channel is doing so well. It means like there's a need for it. Yeah, so seeing them used on actual person or the effects of opponents instead of just moves. Yeah, that's kind of big. That's big for me. And I'm big on pressure testing, right? So a lot of like the fancy applications you see where it's the training partner or the sensei and the student's like 100% compliant. I talked about this before. It's most likely it's like a historical application that's been passed down, but they never test it, right? Or they never try it in a live scenario or try it in a sparring situation. What you'll realize when you try a lot of those is um, they're way too fancy. They require too much compliance from the attacker that a lot of times they don't work. Sometimes they do work depending on the situation. Um, like for example, I'll talk about like wrist locks, right? A lot of guys kind of talk down on wrist locks like Aikido. What else has wrist locks? Any of those. Whenever you see like police locks and stuff like that. The but then you're actually seeing now in jiu-jitsu tournaments, which is full on 100% resistance. Some people are hitting wrist locks, right? So that tells you it's not like the technique is um, fantastical or um, not applicable. It's like you need the right situation, you need the right setups, and you need like the right. Um, you need to set up the right things to happen first before you go for those, right? A lot of karate guys they think that if they do a kata and they don't train it with resistance or with another opponent, that they're gonna magically be able to execute that technique, and that just doesn't work that way, right? So my channel is all about that. My channel is all about trying to make karate more practical, make it more real again, um, and that includes pressure testing, um, learning how to play when you spar, not just pretend spar and stop your punches an inch away from your opponent and stuff like that. What lineage do you profess? Wrist locks made your slam and throw. Wrist locks for sure. We always talk about like I know it was big growing up, small circle jiu-jitsu, right? So if you think about like a pure grappling match, it's two people fighting with agreed upon rules, one of which is no strikes and no small joint manipulation, like fingers and stuff like that. Um, well, strikes. What's interesting is like um, I train jiu-jitsu. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt, and I teach like a typical armbar can take 10 steps, right? If you're trying to do it properly, if you're trying to have all the right checkpoints in place, if you're trying to prevent your opponent from stacking you or posturing you up when you're trying to hit an armbar in them. A lot of times you can cut those steps in half if you added strikes, right? A lot of times you cut the strikes in half if you add some small joint manipulations, eye pokes, and stuff like that. What people get wrong is like the eye poke is not the end of the fight. The eye poke sets up the thing a lot easier, what you're trying to do. right? The pressure point, the knuckle, the fish hook, those all help expedite the end, but it's not the end. And a lot of traditionalists, they think like, hey, I'll just poke him in the eye. I don't need to learn how to ground fight. Well, if you poke me in the eye and I can still feel you, I'm gonna choke you out even harder, right? So a lot of times it's a little unrealistic what traditionalists think that they can do. Pressure testing is awesome. Yeah, I watched a data demo from a large black belt taught small female was effective throw despite. Yeah, Aikido is not teaching rule of combat knives and such. Aikido is a tournament. Um, yeah, so going back, what lineage am I? So I've trained in various martial arts since I was 5. I've done Shorin Ryu, Okinawan karate since 2007, I guess. So I kind of claim Okinawan karate as my lineage, specifically Kobayashi Shorin-ryu, and I started Matsubayashi Shorin-ryu. And then also I trained in anything under the sun. I did Kyokushin, Shotokan, Kaji Kampo for a season. I did Tai Chi, Aikido, Kung Fu, various Kung Fu, five animal style, and then all the grappling. So I've done wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu. Went to a boxing gym once. It was just too far. If you guys are into anime, I watched Hajime no Ippo back in early college, and I was like, hey, I have a car. Nearest boxing gym is 45 minutes away. Let's see if I can sneak there between classes, and all that worked out for one class. So, my dreams of being a WBC champion ended there. What if you do want to get in that content, but you're new to it? Um, Sorry, Pablo, I don't know what content you mean. I guess like karate stuff. If you look up karate culture, I have a lot of videos on that. You look up karate breakdown, I have a lot of videos there as well. And then shameless plug on my website, karatebreakdown.com. I got a lot of breakdowns for specific kata techniques as well. Bombad General. I do not have access to the school. Can I still become effective training at home without a partner? You can get coordinated and strong without a partner at home to a certain degree. If you can't learn how to defend yourself um, against an attacker without some type of partner training or dojo situation, but you can get very close to being athletic and coordinated, um, and maybe all the footwork drills that you do at home, all the cardio, extra running, athleticism, all the body calisthenics stuff, maybe that actually is enough to get you out of a fight. But there's no way to translate shadow boxing and solo training um, to um, the viciousness of a violent encounter from another person and the unpredictability of what they're going to do. Yeah, there is a list of like common attacks that you can visualize against, like a right haymaker, a double leg, uh, a shove. But visualizing can get you close, but it'll never get you to the point where where I can confidently tell somebody that they could defend themselves without training, without a partner training. All right, that was a deep answer there. Tomiki Aikido, I gotta look that up. It's not like judo, more distance, entire game plan can be built around wakigatame. Okinawa Aikido structure was nice. Eighth Dan and Ushiryu. Nice. Can I do leg splits? Yagi Sensei is genius. It's super cold right now. You're gonna see me pull a hamstring with these splits. Let me see. I'm not stretched out, and it's like below freezing outside. So that's as low as I'm gonna get tonight. That's not bad. I'm gonna rewatch that on the live stream later. All right, guys. Started 29 minutes ago. I'm probably gonna stop in about a couple more minutes. If you guys have any final questions? I'm gonna be live streaming a lot like this, random, casual. I don't know. I guess if you're not subscribed, then subscribe to the channel so you can pop in anytime I'm live. We're just gonna have these chats when I'm working out and answering questions on YouTube. If it makes the workout go by faster, I guess my workouts aren't as regimented this way, but that's fine. I'm just trying to get some movement in before I go to bed. Thanks, General. You think presidents makes training different? Can you clarify that? What do you mean by presidents? Presidents. Let's see what else I have. I need to do some bench over rows. Tony, if you don't mind clarifying that question, I'll answer that before I come off here. I have the sandbag dead center in the middle of my training area because it taunts me. It's about 120 pounds, and I admit I do not pick it up every single training session because it feels like death, but it's in the way. That's how I'm gonna remind myself that I need to pick it up a couple more times. Now I'm talking because I'm avoiding it, so presidents makes training different. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about anything political. This is a karate channel, but I think where you're located dictates how you train. I used to live on the U.S.-Mexico border, about 10 minutes from the border, and everyone down there carried knives. You would see knives that are like 9 inches long, hanging off people's waists. So coming from college in California, moving down to the border of Texas, I never carried knives in California, but with the dojo culture, with everything that was going down there, like I started carrying in my back pocket, and I still do to this day, right? So that's something I carried. So I think where you're located definitely dictates situational awareness and how you train. One thing too, like if you get in a fight down there, most likely it's not going to be on one-on-one. So avoid going to the ground, right? If you do fall to the ground, you have to train learning how to get back up. So there's a lot of things like that. I'll move on from that question. Ram money. If you have previous training experience in dojo, find yourself not being able to go to one, can you still train effectively enough to solo, ready for a real fight? Same answer as the one above. You can be ready in terms of lifting weights, cardio, do your punches and kicks, your shadow boxing, get your footwork in. You get a lot of things done by yourself, and depending on your prior experience, I don't know if you had a lot of partner training before. That those skills do degrade over time. Your timing degrades over time. Your eyes degrade over time, right? Your reaction time. So I would say still you can get pretty close to fight ready solo training, but you cannot get all the way there unless you have a partner. Hey, Zip Zip. I'm not going to answer that. Dog meat, never had it. Probably because I'm Asian, so I appreciate that. Seems like people want to get more than before. I see. Yeah, so Tony, you live near the capital, so I'm sure you are feeling a lot of something in the air. I'm kind of in like a slower suburb, so there's nothing's really changed on our end. I haven't really even noticed anything at the grocery store or anything like that. I think most people here are kind of worried about the weather more than politics. So it definitely depends on what region you live in. All right, guys, I am out. Actually, I'm gonna pick up this sandbag before I go off because um, I've been avoiding it for a while. So this is nothing fancy. Actually, probably the least fancy piece of equipment I have here. Just a bag of sand. At least it's a Rose. It's probably the nicest brand I have here. I bought this off of Facebook used, but it is I think 120, 125 pounds, something like that. I'll reweigh it. Usually, what I do, pick it up and load it onto my shoulder, do a squat with it, do it on the other side. Yes. That's my sissy way of saying, hey, I picked it up today. All right, guys, peace. Catch you on the next one.